Top 15 Program Manager Interview Questions and Answers. The thumb rule for a strategized organization depends upon its mission, vision, and goal statements. The program manager's responsibility is to strive for attaining the final mission and goals of the organization. He has to oversee customer satisfaction, safety, quality by his team members. He would be the guiding factor for strategizing every move of the organization towards the achievement of the final objectives of the firm. His presence should be amicable, his instructions clear and straightforward, knowledge-bearing, collaborative and accepted by his followers. He serves as a key person to develop plans to strategically drive an organization. 1. Why does a project fail? Narrate the reasons. Sample answer: the prime reason for failure in project delivery happens due to a lack of vision. All members in the project team, executive management, project manager and team members should be accessing real-time data and information at the right time. The second reason can be stated as unclear project objectives. Companies try to over-devote to opportunities rather than doing their homework as to how much overwork it would add to the team members, the psychological impact it may have down the line in business matrix. The third reason may be the communication gap that can result from untimely information dissemination between the tiers of business management, i.e. the project manager, executive managers, team members respectively. Every means of proper management needs to be on the same platform while trying to achieve organizational goals. Failure of any project becomes a stain in future endeavors by the company. 2. Points to be considered in monitoring project process. Sample answer: every project, be it large or small, must be set with priorities to accomplish the finishing target. A program manager with his team must be taking care of prioritizing efforts. No wonder how effectively a project is planned, last-moment changes or unforeseen surprises may crop up to shake up the whole plan. To match the deadline, every participant must be aware of the latest schedule. It is a hard task and strict monitoring needs to be done. 6 major steps can be mentioned which effectively prioritizes, namely, collecting the task list, identity urgent versus important, compare assess value, set orders based on efforts estimated, maintain flexibility and adaptability, identify when to cut. 3. How do you plan to deliver the outcome for a program with 6 months deadline? Sample answer: for any project initiation, scheduling forms a major step to project management. Any inconvenience caused in the project process will end up failing or can result in mistakes that can be very costly. Hence it becomes necessary that a project needs to be started with a well-established schedule. Features of a project schedule include lay out the tasks in hand, methods of execution, dependencies of each task with those succeeding or preceding, few others that might be essential for the project. Schedules reflect the effective sequencing of activities to achieve project goals. Here we have 6 months deadline, so it is needed to have a planned approach for execution within the time range. Performers of the project, resources required and specific time frame is covered under the schedule. The schedules enable the management to trace whether the project is running as planned or deviated in the course. The effectiveness of any performance requires scheduling, which isn't that easy because of its large inclusion of predictions and estimations along the way. If practical and sound planning methodology is used, schedule preparing can be made easy. The path forward to schedule making can include these salient points. Project tasks. Covering milestones. Based on 6 months project timeframes. Provision for cushioning. Preparing a Gantt chart as per details. Complete project scope needs to be included. Work distribution to team members. Monitoring project schedule deviations. 4. The company's business strategies and objectives change midway of program completion. How do you tackle such a situation? Sample answer: if a company changes its business strategy or objective midway completion of a project, the manager along with his team members should consider where they started, i.e. what previous company policies were prevailing. The agreement was done based on the earlier strategy and objective any company may be having. Any deviation to these new strategies and objectives can be unconsidered at present till completion. From the next project onwards, the new policies would be entertained and meticulously followed. Here we find internal deviations on organization's part, not on the client or consumer's part. Any change request sent by the client would be taken care, and others can wait till the task is completed. 5. What is the difference between a program and a project manager? Sample answer: well, the program managers and project managers perform the same type of responsibilities. A program refers to interlinking between the set of projects that are sequentially executed to produce effective benefits. A project is a form of temporary activity that has a certain set of goals to produce a unique product or service. The program manager's responsibility lies with A. Program managers while controlling activities being executed in a various group of projects, be it individual or multiple. Project managers are more interested in the finished output, i.e. deliverable, or service generated by these projects, be it individualistic or multiple in nature. B. Will the program managers concentrate on the long-term mission of an organization? Project managers are involved with short-term goals. Mostly the end products, i.e. in the form of deliverables or service, happens to be the prime concern. C. Program managers play a role of strategic nature, while the project manager's role is more tactical in essence. D. It can be inferred that, when a program manager focuses on contesting, the project managers focus on content. D. Where the program manager strives for benefits, project managers strive for achieving the goals. It is to be noted that the program managers are more concerned about that of the project managers. While the program managers are involved with coordinating multiple projects or programs, the project manager would be concerned about how his team can achieve the results. 6. How does technology support program management? Sample answer. The main motive of using technology in program management is to establish a suitable communication system between managers, team members, and other stakeholders. As expressed by most project manager, key of success to any project is possible by fruitful communication. Not only communication, project management tools are advanced many folds by IoT, Internet of Things, cloud. Project or program management is undoubtedly a cheaper technology to absorb. Its task tracking system and real-time promotes ease to every participant of the projects. By the blessing of advances made in telecom and project management systems, remote contributors to the project can be communicated simultaneously. Traditional methods like emails, notes, telex, and fax are no more used. With the advent of cloud collaboration, details can be shared in real time, fast and easily. 7. Define the metrics frequently used. Sample answer. The percentage of time spent in realistic production work involving proposal writing, business development by an employee is expressed in metric measures. The most frequently used metrics are cost variance, CV. CV equals EV minus AC. Here, EV, earned value. AC, actual cost. It can be deduced from the formula that cost variance is subjected to comparing the actuals to the estimated value or earned value, generally gives a negative result if there is creep in the budget. Scheduled variance, SV. SV equals earned value, minus planned value. It serves as an indicator of schedule. If the value of SV is negative, it means the tasks are lagging concerning schedule, while a positive result proves being ahead of schedule, while the value of 0 specifies the tasks are on schedule. SV equals earned value divided by planned value. This formula again is a schedule variance-oriented output in a percentage. Positive or negative results help to decide what percentage of the task is ahead or lagging to schedule. 8. Explain your experience regarding program charters. Sample answer. It is an agreement that needs to be recognized by both parties before the start of the project. It serves as a high-level project starting a draft. Without a charter, no project can be started. It is a documented evidence of a project initiator about various commitments he proposes for acquiring the responsibilities. Without the charter, the project won't be having any directives, the scope of work won't be properly defined. In absence of charter, the project can be cancelled any time, subject to audit as an unauthorized project. The program charter describes the scope, goal, and stakeholders assigned to the project. The program charter betters a project manager's understanding of the sponsor's benchmark, describes vital prerequisites of the project, and ensures every contributor's awareness about their portion of responsibility. 9. How do you think change management is important for this role? Sample answer. To achieve goals, the employees must abreast to changes when needed. The proper change management system in place guides and supports its performers with tools to respond to the changes, promote key objectives and goals of an organization. The project manager has to make these changes flexible enough to adhere and lead to project success. Any changes are not welcomed on every occasion, the reason behind still unknown. Changes impact learning at times, enrichment of skill and training programs form a part, new ways of performing activities need additional efforts may be prime causes of discomfort among employees when any change occurs. We can enlist the 7 most effective change management practices. Identify an active and prominent sponsor, include him in a group. Dedicated resources to respond to changes. Change management in a structured format. Encouraging employees to respond to the changes open-mindedly. Open forum or platform for discussion. Bonding with project management people to extract as much information. Involving the middle managers. 10. What should we do to avoid scope creep? Sample answer. A scope creep originates when the project scope of work is not enlisted properly. Communication problems may be another reason that may be a cause of such fallacy. Poor change management process can render this kind of problem as well. This is most unwanted as project budget shoots up that are not acceptable for an organization. It can lead to project failure even if not observed properly. It is a phenomenon that results in poor scoping, disengaged sponsors, irrelevant requirements, mismanagement, etc. With scope creep, not only team members working for the project delivery shows inconvenience with anticipation of extra work, but the stakeholders also get unhappy for that reason. Any scope creep can be counteracted by incorporating a measurable scope of deliverables, this in turn positive without annoying the stakeholders. To avoid proper scope definition due to harsh commands, an ample amount of time needs to be deployed to defining the measurable terms of scope. It needs your effective convincing skills to persuade the stakeholders to maintain cooperating as usual. The stakeholder out of the lull of profit tries spending minimum for these changes, but actually, the changes can impact project cost, schedule, quality, risk, resources, etc. In spite of informing them the changes cannot be done better, do homework on the impact and provide a suitable answer to the changes in consultation with the project sponsor. Scope management process to prevent creep. Vigilance since the start of the project. Understanding the vision and mission of the client. The side process of regulating the changes. Guard against extraordinary spending. Profound use of in-house project management software. Deny with confidence to refrain any further changes. 11. Methods to match recent industry trends. Sample answer to highlight its credentials in the market and decide upon futuristic strategies. Keeping knowledge updated for the latest trends is mandatory. The latest news appearing in social media, magazines, leaflets, newspapers should be visited regularly to keep up with the latest business trends. Moreover, to stay ahead of the competitors' activity in the same field must be cross-checked. Studying a customer's feedback on a certain product in social media may provide information in customers' shoes, what they expect and what better features can be offered. It would be advisable to attend training programs and workshops to remain updated on the latest technological advancements. 12. Narrate your most recent contribution to program management. Sample answer. The main focus of the candidate would be to explain the past project experiences that were successfully performed. The person should explain the success-driven methodologies adopted to achieve that success. They can provide steps to be followed like supporting project managers in their activities from their office where several other tasks could be moving on simultaneously. Maintaining strict program management processes to control individual projects being undertaken. Adhering to individual project steering meeting schedules and gaining knowledge about how things are moving. Establishing a PMO system to convey the prerequisites of the program. Develop a useful WBS, work breakdown structure, for each project underway, side by side, maintain a master project for self. Ensure communication is timely and real-time among various tiers of the organization to adhere to milestones set meticulously. Cost cutting is another aspect of concern which needs to be emphasized to promote profit margin at the end of the program. Devise an effective PM management tool to keep himself abreast of process happening in the shop floor. Benefit from automating the synchronization between allotted dates and the project plan. To monitor, the program manager with milestone trend analysis should remain updated on the program plan schedules. 13. Describe the challenges faced in dealing with a team of project managers. Sample answer. The major problem with the project managers when a gap arises between training and skill development to survive with corporate modes of upgradation. Inadequate skills and training may deter the outcome of the project. Lack of accountability can cause the failure of the project. Stringent measures must be taken to promote techniques to regulate team members and drive a common interest in the organization's success goals. The biggest challenge faced while managing a team of project managers might be a lack of effective communication between the project managers and his subordinates. Clear and open communications are the major treasure for project managers to possess. Collaboration software like a Proof Hub may respond to the requirement, a lack of skill, that enforces the requirements of training. Secondly, the lack of accountability and blame game might deter performance. Many a time contradicting views held by managers might aggravate in-house clashes, so an interactive session might be organized, providing a common forum for all managers to express their views and settle upon a common goal and mission based on righteous options. 14. State the latest metrics used to measure the success of deliverables. What was the best metrics selected? Sample answer. The main components of the earned value, EV, management system are plan value, PV, and actual cost, AC. These provide an updated forecast of project status. It narrates the project output against the scheduled. Earned value and actual costs represent the value of work and amount spent as on date. These values, if made available, the planned progress can be envisaged. Based on the earlier steps, percentage of variances can be estimated. but the utilization of schedule and cost variances provides concluding if the project is above or below schedule. This has a cost implication. These values provide an answer to cost implications, whether the price proposed is higher, but the schedule is ahead. Similarly, costs are lower with effect to the schedule being lagging. Thus, it can be inferred that EVM provides good support to derive conclusions related to cost in a project process. 15. Explain the process to develop a budget and resource allocation for the past program. Sample answer: for successful completion of any project is a joint effort of project managers, team members, and stakeholders. The start with estimation is done for bid evaluation, scope study, man-hour estimation, distribution of work, bill of materials, costing, procurement, etc. Hence all work expected to be accomplished needs a budget allocation. While developing the project management plans, it is equally important to work on project cost management too. Over every project, management effort cost controlling needs to be emphasized. Project cost management can be streamlined into 4 subparts, namely cost management planning, the cost implication of monetary resources, authentic budget plans, and cost management at source. Budget estimation of a project starts with all the costs incurred due to actions conducted under work packages. Once the estimates are ready, it gets added up to the budget involved for the project. In order to present the budget with the utmost clarity, the procedure may be: A. Cost aggregation. It is a structure for costing established by aggregating all activities streamlined under work breakdown layers of a project. B. Financing. It may be required to target sponsors from outside world to keep up to the capabilities of the organization by self. C. Funding limit reconciliation. This is the technique involved in controlling the fund wasted due to activities in the house. Conclusion. These are the generic, most asked questions that may appear during an interview session. As discussed, various metric systems are prevalent that measure the performance of any organization. All the best.